Hey Scorpio, I'm here with your May 13th through the 20th weekly reading. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because that message is for someone else. You might want to check out your other signs and your, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and see what's happening there to kind of get messages, the messages that you feel like resonate with you there, and kind of apply it to your situation overall. But this is general, so it won't be 100% accurate for your particular situation. Also, I did do some bonus readings this past weekend. I decided to do the full moon in Scorpio, which is May 16th through the 18th, which is the actual full moon. But the reading is good from whenever you watch it till, the new moon. So you might want to go check it out, especially since, the full moon is in your house right now, the Scorpio sign. It's definitely a little different because it doesn't really talk about general. It talks about what you can release, what you can let go of, what can no longer be hidden, that type of stuff. So you might want to check it out. It's in a playlist. If you go to my channel called Bonus, you'll find it pretty easy. All right, let's get into your reading, Scorpio. Starting with the 8 of Swords. Okay, Metamorphosis. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Brown bear spirit. Take time out. And New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So here, I don't know if I can't really feel like, you're definitely feeling stuck, okay? I don't know if you are actually stuck. Normally with this card, I do read that, this little hummingbird is coming to help the swan out, because the swan is actually entangled in, the vines and stuff. But with this Metamorphosis card right around here, I'm kind of going back to the more traditional meaning of you're feeling stuck, okay? Because this metamorphosis, this process that you're going through, you don't feel like it's moving the way it should. It's almost, you're not trusting the process. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling stagnant, like nothing's really happening here, all right? Right here from the take the time out, I feel like the take the time out is from trying to control it, okay? If things aren't really moving forward in this metamorphosis process, this transformation that you're going through, I feel like might be going back to this confidence here. I feel like confidence is kind of what you need to work on. Maybe you don't feel like you can actually make it through this. So just take a time out, okay, from feeling stuck and focusing on feeling stuck, because I feel like that's what you're doing. Take a time out from that and work on your confidence. However that helps you, like maybe kind of have a plan, or just an idea of where you're wanting to go, or just let go of it completely. Not the change or the metamorphosis, but the needing to control it, the feeling stuck, and just let it happen or evolve naturally. I do feel like there is an element of control here that isn't like just out, showing up here. It's kind of like the overall, like in the air, you can kind of feel it. I feel like that's kind of the overall theme of what's really happening here. Because, I feel like you want to control this metamorphosis, or it's not moving as fast as you want. All right, let's get into your general reading. Maybe it will help clarify this a little bit. All right, Scorpio. May 13th through the 20th. Scorpio, May 13th through the 20th. What is Scorpio's focus, obstacle, advice, and most likely outcome for May 13th through the 20th? Please and thank you, Scorpio. May 13th through the 20th. May 13th through the 20th. Yep, you got a wall up. Okie dokie. I feel like you're blocking yourself here, okay? Yep. You're trying to move. Scorpio, come on now. Scorpios. So you're going through a thing. You've kind of put a roadblock up yourself, I feel like, because this is a sun card. So your happiness is still coming in. Your happiness is waiting. It's on the other side of this wall. However, you know, you've hit a roadblock. You've hit a wall. You've hit a snag. So there's a delay. Could be because you're trying to move ahead. You're trying to force your way through it with this Knight of Wands energy, even though the timing might not be right, okay? So you're forging ahead, even though it might be smarter and easier for you to wait until, you know, the thunder/lightning storm has stopped, okay? So, you know, you don't get electrocuted in your armor type of thing. All right, let's pull the clarifiers. Your focus is the Ten of Swords, so, but you're still stuck in it. You're wanting something to end. I think you're wanting the, it still hurts. It still hurts. Okay, you're still kind of, you're not in the rock bottom, but, you know, you're definitely not in the moving forward phase yet either. So you're kind of like in between. Why is the Ten of Swords here as the focus for Scorpio? Why is the Ten of Swords here as the focus for Scorpio? Please and thank you. Here, look, the sun is coming here again. You want to be happy. You want to move on from this, but you can't. You're trying to focus, like, I feel like you're kind of in this energy. You're still kind of waiting for things to completely end from the cycle. I mean, like, it's ended, but you're still deeply, deeply hurt about it, okay? And you're just trying to kind of force ahead to brighter days. It's like you just want to be happy again. You just want to find your sunshine again, because I feel like you haven't seen the sun in a while. You've been down in this hole, you know, not feeling sorry for yourself, but hurt. You've been hurt, okay? I don't feel like this is feeling sorry for yourself. You didn't throw these swords into yourself, so you're still healing from that. But you just want to move ahead to brighter days. But there's a block in your way because you're trying to force it. All right, your obstacle is actually moving on. Okay, I think it's interesting here that the sun is showing up in this card here. So, because you know this side. Let's see. Why is the Eight of Cups here as your obstacle? Maybe you're having a hard time moving on. No stability here. You also may not be thinking logically about the situation. You're just... Scorpio, you're having a rough week, okay? You're just not feeling solid. You're not feeling grounded. I feel like for some of you, you feel like maybe, you know, maybe you're leaving your happiness, okay? Maybe, but I feel like it's too late. Like there's no real other choice for you to do but move on at this point. But you're not, for some of you with the sun here, and I don't, you know, the other one, this deck doesn't have the sun, but with the sun being here, you're just searching for your happiness. For some of you, I feel like you're worried that your happiness was actually in whatever ended. For some of you. All right, your advice is just wait, assess the situation. All right, Seven of Pentacles here. Think about it, you know, assess the situation. Think about it logically. What was good about it? What was bad? You know, is the tree really dead? Okay, It did produce stuff. It looks dead, but there's still pentacles on it. So are you going to take what you've learned from this situation and move on and move forward? Or, you know, do you have ideas on how to grow this tree and make it healthy again? You know, assess the situation. All right, why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Not the, you know, this one's kind of, this one isn't that, this side's more like, okay, this was a complete and total waste of time. This was a failure for the most part. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go try again somewhere else. This side is like, okay, I'm just assessing the situation. Again, we have the Seven of Pentacles here, but it's kind of in the reverse. So, at this point, you need to stop waiting. I feel like with this being the energy of assess the situation, but don't stay stuck in it, okay? Literally, assess the situation and then make a decision, okay? Don't sit here and overthink it. Don't be like, okay, don't go back and forth. Assess and move on. You know, don't sit here and stay stuck in the assessing, you know, because your outcome is you're going to be working. Let's see what you're going to be working on, though. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Ooh. So, for some of you, you might start working on love. Could have been a love situation here with this. But another thing I see, you start working on moving forward. This could be you, Knight of Cups, Scorpio, you know, water energy. So, you're going to take, you're going to stop, assess, you know, you're going to assess the situation and then stop, you know, make a decision, all right? And then you're going to go to work on taking your cup and moving forward, all right? That's what I feel like you got here. So, some icky energy here. But by the end of the week, if you can assess logically the situation and then move on, you know, after you've made that assessment, make that decision and move on. You know, stop staying here. Don't stay stuck here overthinking and overanalyzing it. You know, get to work. You're going to get to work and you're going to start feeling like there's going to be some forward movement and not, you know, this side, it's in the upright. There's no lightning. There's no anything going on here. You know, you just get to move forward instead of all of this other stuff you're dealing with right now. Scorpios. Let's get in your love. Maybe your love life is on track and that was work. There were a lot of pentacles there, so it could have been work. Hopefully that was work. Maybe you're just feeling dissatisfied with your job. All right, Scorpio in love. May 13th through the 20th. What's happening for my Scorpios in love? What messages do you have for my Scorpios in love? Wedding. The situation involves marriage. All right. Well, let's see how it involves marriage. Scorpio love. May 13th through the 20th. Scorpio, May 13th through the 20th. Scorpio, May 13th through the 20th. Scorpio, May 13th through the 20th. Please and thank you. Oops. All right, recent past, we have the Nine of Swords reversed, Judgment in the reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So at least one of these is good in the reverse. Scorpio. You're going through a rough time, dude. All right, so Nine of Swords in the reverse. At least that's good. You know, you were getting over the anxiety. You were getting over overthinking. You were, you weren't feeling trapped in your own head anymore, type of thing. But really, just with the anxiety wasn't there. You were working through it. However, got the Judgment in the reversed. So you may feel like a good decision was not made, okay? It could feel like for some of you, you had no choice. It wasn't a good decision, but there was no choice. You might not have had a choice in the matter. Either way, you don't feel like this was a logical decision or type of deal that went on. And Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you, I feel like you're single, okay? There might have been a breakup, okay? And you or them do not like being single type of thing. You don't like it. Could be that you're like, it doesn't seem fair. Or, you might have thought that's what you wanted, so you made the decision to be single, and you're not wanting... this is a recent past, though, so let's... Damn it, Scorpio. Scorpio! Come on now. Yeah, you're feeling abandoned, okay? You're feeling left out in the cold. You can't get over the situation. You can't find your sunshine. You can't find your happiness. Scorpios, come on now. This is hard. This is rough. I don't like being the bearers of bad news. Someone's not feeling happy single, okay? It's like the grass, I feel like they thought that the grass was going to be greener on the other side, and I'm feeling like they feel like it's not, okay? I do feel like, with the marriage card being here, or the wedding card, this could be someone you're married to. Maybe you're going through a separation. So if this is a separation, separations aren't really permanent. So maybe there's some realizations coming here, okay? Like, oh, to get rid of this anxiety, I made a bad decision to go be single, and I hate being single, type of thing, okay? This is, and now I'm alone. But the good news is, if this is a separation, that might be able to be healed. For some of you, this could be a divorce that happened recently. And, and if it is, give it time, okay? If it is, give it time, okay? It's hard to transition from one thing to the other. It's like if you've been married or with someone, it's hard to kind of get out of that cycle. It's kind of hard to, not miss what you had because things are so different, all right? So this is your current energy, all right? Not able to really walk away, feeling left out in the cold, and just real unhappy, but this might be part of the transformation. Not all transformations or metamorphoses are pain-free. So I feel like this is just, you kind of have to assess the situation, but not stay stuck in it, okay? Eight of Swords, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so like through this week, you're still going to be feeling stuck. You're still feeling stuck and trapped by the situation. The Moon coming out could be Pisces, but like I said, I feel like you're just kind of going through your own thing. There may be something that comes, some kind of there may be something that you don't know about, or something maybe kind of like some kind of unseen problem might come around. But you still don't, I still see you don't really know what's going on, because I feel like a lot of this has to do with the Eight of Swords energy, okay? Eight of Swords kind of came up at the beginning of the reading, you know, with the Oracle, and here it is again. I feel like whatever you're choosing not to see about the situation is you're choosing not to see it. All right? But you can't let this go. You definitely don't feel like your wishes are being fulfilled now. I feel like you're kind of in a really, really dark spot with the moon, you know, the Eight of Swords and the moon. Not only are you blindfolded, but, you know, you can't see anything anyways, because, you know, it's nighttime type of thing. And you're just feeling, you know, very defeated, like, you know, very unhappy. Definitely not feeling like your wishes are going to be granted here. I almost feel like this is kind of a spiral for you, Scorpio. All right, we're going to pull some advice cards, because this is just a week. So maybe you're just having a week where you're a little bit more down than normal. And it's almost kind of like that, you know, that saying that it gets worse before it gets better. So maybe this is like the darkest hour of the night. And then from here, it's just going to start getting brighter, because you genuinely hit that rock bottom. You know, that's really what I'm feeling. It's this may be the darkest hour. All right, so let's hope so, because that means it only gets brighter from here. What advice do you have for my Scorpios for May 13th through the 20th in love? What advice do you have for my Scorpios in love for May 13th through the 20th? Please and thank you. Nine of Cups. And, all right. So here we have the Nine of Cups, but it's in the upright. All right. So the advice is to follow your dreams. Okay. Don't lose hope on them. Don't give up on them. All right. Just because they're not here right this second doesn't mean they're not coming in. And take action. Stop feeling stuck. Stop feeling, you know, stop feeling stuck in the situation. All right, King of Pentacles. I do feel like it is time to take action here, though. Start taking action. And look, he's facing his dreams. The Nine of Cups card, you know, the dreams card. Start chasing your dreams. Stop feeling stuck. The King of Pentacles. Stop worrying so much, all right? Just stop worrying so much. Stop being overwhelmed, okay? You don't have to take on everything. Whoa. Three of Swords. Work on getting over the heartbreak, okay? Don't just try to ignore it. Work on trying to move past this, okay? And the Six of Cups in the reverse. Oh, lots of things coming out. Two of Swords in the reverse. Oops, that was really loud. Okay, so here, there's a decision that needs to be made, okay? You have heartbreak here. You do need to kind of get over it. Six of Cups. So I do feel like this is the situation you're dealing from the past. But what I'm seeing here, since it's in the reverse, you need to remember the good and the bad, okay? You need to, when you're assessing the situation, remember the good and the bad. Don't just focus on the good. Don't focus on what you don't have right now. Remember, you know, because if it was all good, you wouldn't have left, okay? Or they wouldn't have left. So there were problems. You know, are those problems really something you feel like you have grown and learned from and that you can maybe reconcile with? Maybe. Or are they still there? Are they still big problems? Okay, is it just going to go back to how it was? Either way, there's a decision to be made. You need to make a decision. I feel like you've kind of been in the middle and only been focusing on the good things that was in the relationship, which is just made you like, why did it end this way? Like, it was so good. There were so many good things about it. Why did it end that way? You got to remember the bad things, not so you can get mad and pissed off about it again. That's not why, okay? The reason you need to remember the bad is so you can make a decision, so you can decide, well, those were problems, but I feel like knowing now knowing now what I didn't know then, I feel like this is something that we can work on. In the scheme of things, maybe they overreacted, maybe I overreacted, whatever. Or, that's still a big problem. I still can't get over that. So I need to move forward. All right? I need to go forward because there's, there were good times, but they didn't outweigh the bad times. And so now it's time to move forward and find something new, to find my new sun, to find my new happiness, because it's not there. Even though I feel like you kind of feel like your only happiness is there, but it's not. You just have to think about it logically, okay? And then make the decision. All right, Scorpio, rough reading. I hope you got something here. And like I said, I hope this is, kind of a darkest before the dawn type of thing. And then, but either way, I'll see you next week.